prepare to race onto the field. Everything is riding on this football game. So there's a special intensity, a special urgency. Here come the Volunteers. Wherever you listen throughout the world, it's football time in Tennessee.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley, and today we're going to get into a little bit of recruiting, but more specifically this Karan Prunty 24/7 Sports freshman, All-American transferring out of Kansas. His list is narrowed down to South Carolina. Tennessee plans to make a decision in the coming weeks, so we'll kind of get into that. He was on campus this past weekend. So we'll talk about that as well. But as always, guys, do me a favor. Go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. So kindly press that thumbs up. It takes a couple of seconds, helps out the channel, helps grow this Talkin VAWLS community. We would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you are new here, welcome on into the Talkin VAWLS Network. Hit subscribe, click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop new content. But again, a lot of guys were on campus this weekend. Sounds like Tennessee has created a little momentum with a few guys. One guy that kind of caught me off by surprise, Talkin, Knotts, four-star wide receiver out of Monroe, North Carolina, seemed very impressed with this coaching staff. And I don't know why I should be surprised, because that seems to be the case with every kid that shows up on campus. They seem to enjoy being around this coaching staff and the current football program. But he also did spend a little time with, surprise, Taven Jackson, who continues to be the lead recruiter for the class of 22. Talked about, their relationship and how Taven Jackson really trying to sell him on this Tennessee football program. Also, Addison Nichols, another four-star, but he is on the offensive line, seemed to enjoy his time in Knoxville. This is a guy that could potentially start as a freshman. Tons of talent, but also on the flip side of that, tons of competition for Tennessee on the recruiting trail. Like I said, several other guys on campus. The ongoing theme: enjoyed the relationships, enjoyed the family atmosphere. But another big weekend coming up. Hopefully they'll have Isaiah Horton on campus, hopefully Cam Miller and Caden Pope. But we'll keep you guys updated on that. But like I said at the top of the video, this is what I want to talk about today. That's VAWLS transfer cornerback target nearing decision. This is an article on 24/7 Sports. I've also got a few quotes here pulled up from an interview he had with VolQuest, so we'll kind of just go through it together. But the article here says Karan Prunty is preparing to choose between a pair of SEC schools after visiting both of them over the past 2 weekends. The Kansas cornerback transfer made a post Tuesday afternoon, post I just showed you guys on his Twitter account, indicating that it's down to South Carolina and Tennessee. Some of you guys may be asking, Boogie, why are you making such a big deal about Karan Prunty? Well, what he did as a true freshman excites me. And we go back to Roe Torrance, and you can go watch the video. When Roe Torrance committed, I felt like he was more of a gamble. He was a guy that you're taking a chance on because he has more years of eligibility. Whereas I think a guy like Karan Prunty can come in and make an impact immediately. The article goes on to say he earned all Big 12 honorable mention, and he was a 24/7 Sports true freshman All-American last year. He's coming off an official visit with the VAWLS this weekend, also visited South Carolina the previous weekend after announcing June 6th that he was adding his name to the transfer portal. He's 6'1", 189 pounds. He did include a picture of himself posing in South Carolina and Tennessee uniforms, but let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. When we pull that back up on the screen, he looks so much better in orange. He looks so much better in orange. But again, I think after Roe Torrance decommitted, we were wondering if Tennessee would even go back to the transfer portal, if they were going to continue to look for a defensive back. And I think Karan Prunty is an upgrade. He tweeted out, a decision will be made this weekend. Says the Portsmouth, Virginia native started all 9 games for Kansas last season as a true freshman. Again, experience. And I know some people want to talk about, well, he's playing at Kansas. He's not playing in the SEC, but he was a true freshman. Finished the year with 26 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, an interception, and 10 pass breakups. tied for the most among football bowl subdivision true freshmen in 2020. Also didn't allow a touchdown pass in coverage. Let me read that again. Didn't allow a touchdown pass in coverage. Gave up just 28 yards after the catch and allowed 38.5% completion percentage and 40.7 passer rating when target. That's some impressive numbers. That is impressive numbers. And when I was going through some of his stuff from Kansas, when I made the video earlier, one of the big things that everybody talked about was they really didn't target him. They really didn't target him as the season went on, which is very impressive, again, for a true freshman. Tennessee could use a lockdown corner. And I don't know if Karan Prunty can work his way into a starting spot, but I think he's definitely going to push guys like Alontae Taylor. I think he's going to push Warren Burrell, Kenneth George. But if not, he adds depth to this secondary, which is much, much needed. The article goes on to say he allowed just 3 receptions in Kansas's final 4 games while adding 4 pass breakups, 1 interception, and 1 forced fumble over that span. After his official visit to Tennessee over the weekend, he spoke with Go Vols 24/7 about his experience and his opportunity with the Vols, but he declined to compare his visits to Tennessee and South Carolina, choosing not to tip his hand. That's also something that Brent Hubbs said on VolQuest. Said, I believe it was Hubbs, said he's playing his cards close to the vest. Said he did enjoy his time at Tennessee, liked what he heard from first-year Vols coach Josh Heupel's staff, including defensive backs coach Willie Martinez. Said he wants to go. All right, listen to this. Listen to this, guys. Listen. Prunty said he wants to go to a family-oriented program. Check. Where he can play right away. Check. And a place that I feel at home.
Just look around. You got the mountains, you got the most beautiful city in the whole entire country. The university is absolutely, looks like it's out of a storybook. It's just beautiful. People are incredibly genuine and extremely nice. It's just a place that obviously I'd want my kids to go to school. And it sells itself. You don't have to sell anything about this place. You just got to get them here. You know, the old field of dreams. Yeah. Build it and they will come. It's already built.
Sounds to me like the perfect fit. Family-oriented program, wants to play right away, and a place that feels like home. The article goes on to say his player host at Tennessee was veteran defensive back Theo Jackson. Said that Jackson told him about the different culture, the program changing around and stuff at Tennessee. I had fun, Prunty said. I'll say that. They showed me a good time, the players and the coaches. And another, this next little piece here, this is another factor into this decision with Karan Prunty. Tennessee has already landed one of Prunty's former teammates, Kansas defensive lineman Dejon Terry. And speaking of Dejon Terry, that's a guy that is making an impact early. Since he arrived on campus, there's a buzz. There is a buzz around him, and I think we could see him make an impact this fall as well. The article wraps up here. Prunty, former 3-star prospect, will have 4 years of eligibility remaining at the school of his choice, thanks to the NCAA giving all players a free year of eligibility. And to just go back and compare with Roe Torrance, again, you know, similar thing, lot of eligibility, but I think we got an upgrade here. I think if Tennessee can lock down Karan Prunty, I think we have an upgrade. Couple of quotes from his interview with VolQuest. He spoke with Eric Kane. He said, I had fun. They showed me a good time. The coaches and the players said a lot of good things. Says Tennessee is one of my top 2 schools, them in South Carolina. What I'm looking for in my decision is a program that's family-oriented, regular playing time. I'll be making my decision within the next week. He also met with Willie Martinez. And a lot of people, when they talk about Martinez, talk about him being a funny, talking about him cutting up, said he's very passionate about what he does. I really enjoyed my time with him. He says my time with him wasn't only football. We talked about life and what type of person I am. Like I said, it seems like this family atmosphere could play into Tennessee's favor. I know a lot of people use those words in recruiting, so we'll see how this plays out. I think I like the way Tennessee sits in this. I feel good about it, but like I said, he is playing his cards close to the vest. But before we get out of here, I just want to show you guys this. If you can pick up some official merchandise of the Talkin' Vols Network, go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin' Vols. We do have the new Diamond Vols merchandise. Heartbreaking trip to Omaha, but proud of that baseball team. We've also got the new Egghead shirts that got all 4 of us on there. Vol Hoops merchandise, State Pride, my personal favorite. And then we've just got old school clean logo merch, but we would appreciate any and all support. But if not, that's fine too. You can just do me a favor and smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. But that is going to wrap it up for this one. Leave me a comment. Let me know, where do you think Tennessee stands with Karan Prunty? Do you buy into that family atmosphere, or is it all just talk and buzzwords? But this is the Talkin' Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.
How like weed, poets sat in arcade, soaking moonlit falls, unbroken past this inundated orb that we call home, and it's night and I'm alone and